But
No,
yeah, I
forget
don't
to turn it
remember.
on.
Firing this thing up.
You want to bring me cake?
You can get yourself some cake.
Oh yeah, happy late birthday.
Yes, I'll be giving shouts for that. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Starting now. Only fashionably late this time.
So yeah.
There's different levels of late.
15 minutes is the fashion?
Yes, that's the fashion. That's what the kids are doing today.
I still have to level up.
We shall all be leveling up. Even me.
Oh, I haven't decided what I want to do yet, though.
It's too late now.
It's too late now. Hello, everyone. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined as always by my wonderful friends, Chris, playing who are you?
Wow, since you've gotten that wrong.
Valravn, the Eladrin Bard of Eloquence. It has been.
It's
Hello,
when he
sir.
needs cake. He really
Right.
needs cake.
I think I burned like the tips of my tongue on this coffee, so it's getting a little hard. Heather
Not even
playing
that hot.
Heather playing the Frey. God damn, Frey, the halfling barbarian of the beast.
You are just all kinds of messed up tonight.
Rochelle's having technical difficulties over there, by the way, playing Celeste, the half-orc sun soul monk. And
Our image is gonna pop in and out.
yeah, I
a couple
know
more times.
that's gonna be a nightmare for the.
Her character's dead anyway. What?
That
Doesn't
is
matter.
true.
No, she's not technically dead. She is a zombie.
She's a zombie.
Zombies are dead.
I feel like there's a pamphlet involved that's like, you're not technically dead, you're a zombie. Raymond playing Edmund, the human alchemist artificer.
Yeah, just plain old Edmund this time.
Yeah, we'll see if any dearth
For
lingers.
now.
And Reese, currently helping Rochelle, I think, try and get Discord working. Playing Thimbleweed, the Gnome Swarmkeeper Ranger. We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Watch all of our D&D sessions here on YouTube. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind the scenes, no players allowed live series Crafting Icewind Dale every Monday and Thursday. Then over to our live post-session discussion, Frostside Chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all of these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. Follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/Rogue Watson. Patrons get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, participate in monthly DM roundtables, join and unlock future stretch goals, and include original adventures and private patron D&D games with me. Shoutouts to new patrons this week, James. For our campaign, we use Roll20 for video chat. We use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. My wife is going to get cake right now. I just saw her. That cake. Well, yes, happy birthday for the wife. Had a birthday on Tuesday.
I'm even here for it now. Happy birthday. Cake.
No, thank you. Some last night. Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Frey and Celeste barged into the front of the throne room while Edmund and his Dwerger allies entered from the rear, finding Zardarok absorbing power from the Shardolin throne and becoming stronger. Prince Nildar was also there, minus a few fingers, overseeing an enlarged Quaggoth force a captured Myconid into releasing spores, while zombified spore servants stored them in jars. Hell of a scene. The room erupted in violence. Frey and Celeste charged the enlarged warlord and felt the wrath of his psychic rebuke. Zardarok was quickly brought to his knees, but not after Celeste was swarmed by spore servants and Frey was knocked unconscious. Both would spend the next several turns rolling death saves, while Edmund and the Dwerger fought the rest of the attackers, including finally killing Zardarok and trapping Nildar in a Shardolin band of binding. Meanwhile, Thimbleweed and Valravn were trying to keep the ice gates closed and slow the dragon from leaving the fortress. Thimbleweed fought with the now uncharmed Thuntara, killing her and dropping a fog cloud to mask his escape down the elevator, while Valravn fled down the world's longest hallway toward the eastern elevator. Thimbleweed met with Grandolpha's allies, having won the fight on the command level, and arrived with reinforcements in the throne room. Alas, they were too late to save Celeste, who ultimately bled out, though Edmund was able to stabilize Frey just in time. Thimbleweed killed the enlarged Quaggoth, while the rallied Myconid took control of the spore servants. The battle was won, but the cost was high. The Myconid animated Celeste's body into a spore servant, preparing to take it back to the Underdark, but Valravn stopped them and was able to transfer control to him. Grandalfa thanked Edmund and the party for helping defeat Zardarok and take control of the fortress. She offered up the contents of the vault, including many magical items. And though the dragon is still active, the party is in dire need of a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Dire, I say.
So dire.
Yeah. So, due to all of your events in Sunblight, everybody gets inspiration.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Pulled off one of those
Because
in a
of
while.
cake,
but
isn't it?
everybody gets an inspiration for including Sunblight. Now, as I mentioned, you have successfully closed the gates. You feel like you've slowed this dragon pretty significantly. Grandalfa isn't terribly concerned about it, but she doesn't seem to really care about, 10 towns in general. She just mainly cares about the Sunblight being under her control. But it looks like, from what her assessment is, based on the dragon's damage at the gate, and she obviously looks at all of your situation, your wounds, your deaths, and suggests that you all can get a long rest here.
We are at utmost gratitude for your humble service. I don't know what the word I was looking for.
Yeah, she expresses some concern that you all freed the prisoners, but she just also basically just says, well, whatever it took to take Zardarok down, I can see. And she even, obviously looks at Celeste's body and sees Frey unconscious. Says, I can see it was quite difficult. I suppose it's good we got these extra aid. Will you be taking these ones with you as well?
I suppose that is up to your Prince Dearth. We are, of course, his mercenaries, yes?
Yes. Please allow these hired hands for cheap, of course. I didn't pay them very much. Please allow them to rest and.
You guys got paid?
Wait, we're being paid for this?
If it wasn't for them, I'm not sure we would have been able to take down my father. But come dawn, kick them out. We don't want their filth, lingering in this castle any longer. So if you could get them a private room and, quarantine them so they don't spread their disease to the rest of this fortress.
Wow.
There's no time for me to rest. I must head out and see what I can do to continue with my reign. I leave, Sunblight to you, Grandalfa, as we agreed.
Yes, I noticed you executed your brother. Well done on that.
Yes.
Can't leave them alive, Their children will come back and they'll have revenge. He goes the whole thing, repeats the concerns you had.
I totally agree, Why risk being killed by my own nephew
Scorched earth.
or niece? Mm-hmm. But, we'll hold a little ceremony, a little, bust that says that he was here, to show that we're sympathetic. Of course, next to a small little bust of my father as well. It's all part of our Duergar history. But anyway, I think that one might want more of his fingers. You can always ask her. I need somewhere where he's going.
Just mumbles fingers in her sleep.
But it takes a lot of work to get a business going, and I have to spread the word about the genocider, and so my work cannot stop here. I leave Sunblight to you. Like I said, kick these mercenaries out first thing in the morning. It seems only right. I know we hate them and all, but it only seems right to give them a little bit of rest. And as for the dragon, I hope that y'all figure it out, because we need those workers out there to make our genocider. So if half the town, 10 towns is gone, that's okay. I mean, we only need the other half. Um,
Well, the good news
so
is I'm fairly certain that Zardarok was adamant about leaving the mead hall still intact so that I could use it for my production. But he maybe have
well,
had some other specific targets and things. I wasn't privy to the details.
I mean, I suppose that would be a good location. I don't know if I mentioned to you earlier, but uh, that town is no more. Um, some group of adventurers, not necessarily these ones per se. And during my
Yes.
adventure, I came across, I found out from the observation that the bees of Meatown are gone. They've been set free or half killed. The production facility half burned down, if not three quarters. It's terrible looking there, and uh, that is why I had to destroy my father for you because he could not promise you he could not deliver what he promised you.
Well, I'm glad you're on our side then.
Yes, so I must scout out for a new location of the genocider. I feel that it's bad luck to try to raise our company in the ruins of another, especially the competition.
My concern is I don't know how long this night is going to last. The second the sun comes back, we're done.
Hey, that is true. I hope to find out who's trying to bring the sun back and destroy them. You wouldn't happen to know anything about where this darkness came from?
I'm not privy to surfacer politics or magics, no.
Hey, so my father never said anything about it? I feel like this is
He.
something that he would concoct.
Oh, he said plenty about it. He always said it was deep to Dwere's design and faith, and he was a zealot. He believed it was our destiny to do this. I'm a bit more skeptical myself.
As am I. I'm sure there are some behind it, and I'm sure there are some who wish to reverse it. But I agree, our freedom across 10 towns would be very limited. Our spread of genocider non-existent if the light were to come back.
It's a concern.
I have a lot of work to do, and therefore I must take my leave.
All right, then. You can have your room, of course, upstairs, and your brother's room is certainly vacant as well, and I suppose I'll just stay in the guest quarters for now.
Hey, why don't you take the throne room? It's yours now.
I suppose it is. Kapunak, the Goliath warrior, expresses some sadness over Celeste's death and mentions the fact that she was you all very impressed with the way you all fought, basically. You fight with honor and bravery. Pleased to have fought with such good warriors. I would like to return to my people soon, but for now I would be honored to join you. Should you need my arm.
We would
Your
be honored to
arm.
have you, dear boy. I believe we will need every helping hand we can acquire in the trials ahead.
You say you were willing to give up an arm?
It's a figure of speech, Prince Death.
The Goliath stares at you.
I mean, I'm not saying that's out of the question in terms of events that might happen to you, but that just remains to be seen.
And he tries to, if he ever is not within earshot of Edmund, who is still Prince Dearth, he definitely whispers the fact that he doesn't trust Dwerger and doesn't like the fact that you guys are working with.
Oh, right.
Because he's not quite, because he'd only met Frey and Celeste, so he's not quite sure what the situation is.
Yeah, Moravin will pull him aside and say, don't worry about the Dwerger, dear boy. He will be out of the picture soon. And you will meet another member of our tribe For our kind of man.
Is he though?
Belen mentions that she has a lot to say, but she prefers to say it in the morning. She's tired of all this.
Yeah. So she got her spellbook back, right?
Yeah, well, assuming you guys give it to her, then that's one thing she requests.
I mean,
she actually offered, so the spellbook, the bracers of defense, which you can just scroll up and see all this from when we were last time, and the wand of magic missiles all belong to her, but she is willing to give up the bracers and the wand as kind of a reward for you all.
We're willing to take them.
Yeah. But she would specifically want to have her spellbook, obviously.
That's fine. It's not like any of us have any use for a spellbook, a wizard spellbook.
Wizard spellbook.
But Valravan will tell her as well. Yes, well, we'll speak in the morning. We have questions for you as well. We've met with a number of your compatriots.
Yes, that's indeed. All right, so you all and Grandolpha basically left it where she's like, I can keep you posted on the dragon's process. Damn thing is still ripping and tearing at the gates. They are very sturdy Dwarga-made gates, but this is a, say what you will about Zardarok, but the bastard can make a powerful contraption.
Yes, well, I guess I should be the one giving her orders. She probably wouldn't even listen to me.
Nope. I don't think you can speak the language, can you? Did we
Depends on
determine
which
that?
one. I speak Dwarvish. So if they're speaking Dwarvish, yes. Undercommon, no.
So, basically, due to your actions of slowing the dragon down successfully, you all can get a long rest here. No worry about anything else. You feel like you're pretty safe getting a long rest, leveling up, and divvying out some sweet, sweet loot.
Yeah. So much loot.
Oh, much loot. I guess we can level up first, and then we'll do loot after that.
Sure.
I'm good? Alright. Well, it's keeping me on my toes with the...
She can't get her headphones to work.
Oh, no.
So...
Backup headphones.
Worked last week and decided not to work this week.
That's always how
Are they Bluetooth or are they plugged in?
They're Bluetooth.
Okay. Weird.
Let's start with Valravan.
Valravan at level 6.
Show me level 6.
Becomes a better bard.
Multi-class rogue. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Multi-class rogue.
Let's learn some sneakiness.
Valravan wouldn't be caught dead backstabbing somebody.
You just need that sweet, sweet disengage hide.
Yeah, that one is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So known as pulling a Mannix.
Yep. But I'm not recreating Mannix. I'm getting dangerously close if I go rogue.
Yeah. I want to be typecast.
Yep. At 6th level, I gain Counter Charm, which gives me the ability to use music or words, whichever the words, to negate frightened or charmed on people. I speak words that bolster people against being frightened or charmed. And they have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. That's fine. Yeah. I get Unfailing Inspiration, which is a really good one, where my bardic inspirations are so persuasive that when a creature adds a bardic inspiration die to its ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, and that fails, that person keeps the bardic inspiration.
Oh.
So they keep it until it works.
Yay, finally.
Wow. Okay.
And finally, I get Universal Speech. I can make my words be understood by anyone.
Ah, weep, grana, weep, ninny bomb.
I can choose up to 6 creatures. My charisma modifier. Oh, I guess it's not 6. Whatever my charisma modifier is. And they can magically understand me for 1 hour. That'll come in handy. And then I get another spell. I'm gonna take Bestow Curse, which is a 3rd level spell that lets me curse people.
God, that is a very useful ability for the face of the party, essentially, is the ability to just instantly translate anything.
Yep. Which fun fact, before this, I had the spell tongues. And then I don't need it anymore because this ability basically replaces it. Tongues is a little bit better because you can make them understand and speak any language.
Hmm.
This one's they can only understand me. I can't understand them in turn.
Okay, that could be a little bit of a challenge.
But yeah, but I can speak to them anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is what I get. Let me roll.
Spells too, I assume.
Yeah, I got a new spell. I took bestow curse.
Hmm.
I can curse someone.
He's a witch.
That's right.
Hurt him.
I will take the average 5.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use the character mancer? Just
I
curious.
am using the character mancer right now.
Embrace the future. Character
That's
mancer.
right. Which makes me to a total of 45 hit points.
Oh, that's cute.
I know. It is cute, isn't it?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a deep cut for chat. Edmund has done more impersonating than Kethra, and that was her job.
Yeah.
Probably Sunblight alone is definitely the longest sustained
Right.
impersonation performance for sure.
Yeah.
Kethra might have done more characters, I don't remember.
Quite a callback too.
That is a callback. It's
Mhm.
impressive. Good deep cut, Yannick. Alright, is that all for Vol Robin?
Yes, indeed.
Show me Mr. Weed.
All right.
First name Thimble.
Last name. Awesome. So I'll take another level in Ranger.
Okay.
I'll get Deft Explorer Roving. My walking speed increases by 5. So now it's up to a 30.
Nice.
Wow.
I gain a climbing speed and swimming speed equal to my walking speed.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then
That's
You're like the spider monkey.
you buried
now.
the lead on that, yeah. You had like some super
Climbing
heroics
speed
there.
is a big deal. You're like just
Yeah.
and my favorite foe increases from 1d4 to 1d6 damage.
Mm.
nice.
Spells, I don't get anything new.
It says you get an additional favorite enemy here. Am I looking at that wrong?
I think that's
The other ranger.
if I was going the original Ranger.
Oh,
could
these are
choose
things
that.
you have to pick. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Gotcha.
so.
Yeah. The original ranger is the one where you have to
It
pick
replaces
two,
it. Hmm.
and the new ranger is the one where you just kind of.
I got you. This is instead of okay.
Yeah.
That's right,
Yeah.
because this is the one where you just choose like, hey, you're my favorite foe right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a better system anyway.
Mhm.
All right. I'm not gonna change my spells that I have. And I don't know. When do I choose the hit points?
In character mancer,
Yeah.
it's like the second one.
You
I
might have to
think.
go back.
I don't know if I can. I already got out of it.
I think you can you go yeah, I think you click on the tabs, right? I don't It's been a while since I've had to do it though. Oops.
Or you just do it manually after the fact, I suppose, if you've already
Yeah.
exited the character mancer.
Oh, did you already complete the character monster?
Yeah.
Oh. How many
did
points did it
like
give
hit
you?
points. I have 53 now. Did I have 45 before?
I don't.
That would
It's
be-
one of the very first things on there is hit points, and you can either click the average tab or the roll tab.
Oh, I must have just on the average tab.
Okay,
then.
it might just default to that then.
It
That's
does.
fine.
Okay.
The
Okay.
character monster defaults to average. You have to click roll to do that.
Okay.
Ah.
So yeah, that makes sense. If I was 45 before, plus 8, 53 hit points.
I mean, if you want to roll to see if you can get better, that's fine with me.
All right. Might as well.
I'm not gonna give you cheat out of that just because of that.
That's right. Might as well try.
Hey, it's
Look at that.
Confirmed average hit
Confirmed.
points. It's confirmed.
That's right.
Excellent.
All right. And that's me.
All right, next up we have
I look forward to seeing little gnome climbing up a sheer cliff wall.
like a spider monkey.
Yep.
Frey, regale us with your level
Oh,
up.
not me. Not me.
This is the
Uh,
waiter has come by asking for your order, and
Yeah.
and then I look at them and
do me
tell them I'm
last.
going last.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're
Because
just staring at
I'm
the menu.
torn. I can either be Spider Frey, and I get a climbing speed where I can climb like all the walls and ceilings.
Wait,
Or
they're the tiny little climbers. That'd be crazy.
Swarm.
we're the little spider monkeys. Yeah, climbing speed can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings without needing to make ability checks. That seems pretty cool.
That is.
That's literally Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's if you. That's the next barbarian, I assume.
Yeah, that's the next barbarian one. It's a path
More-
feature.
more
And then I
bestial.
get another rage if I go that way. But I'm contemplating for the first time ever multi-classing. I have never multi-classed in any game we have played for D&D ever. So it's very scary for me.
Exciting. Does anybody in the chat want to guess what her multi-class option would be?
Right.
So I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger and I'm just gonna multi-class because why not? And I haven't done it before. I can always go next level of barbarian next time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna multi-class.
All right.
We'll see what happens. This might be a wonderful idea or it's gonna be epically bad.
One level of sorcerer. Frey's discovered magic.
Oh, that'd be pretty funny.
Wait.
You found a spell book.
I know magic. Launch level plus character banter. All right. All right.
No idea. Druid might be an interesting choice. That's
Yeah.
Going
that
into
was-
wizard.
Wizard.
Wizard be funny.
Such a popular multi-class dip.
So, do I
not
have
that
to hit the
familiar.
multi-class thing in the character mancer first?
So
Because otherwise, it's going to let me roll my barbarian hit dice.
So, where it says level 5 plus 1 equals level 6, take that 1 down to a 0.
Okay.
And then, yeah, hit the plus on the multi-class.
Okay. I guess what is EK?
It's a sword. Eldritch Knight.
I tried to come up with a joke, but I couldn't think of something fast enough. Erectile kineticist. I don't know.
Perfect.
Thanks. It was on short notice.
All right, so I am going to multi-class with fighter. So I'm gonna get
that's a good
a
one.
level of
Yeah.
fighter.
Yeah.
So I roll the hit points for the fighter one, right? Because that's the one I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't do this crap, because it's confusing.
I'm hoping the character monster makes it a little easier for
Mhm.
I'll
multi-class.
take the average.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with fighter, for level 1 fighter, I get a fighting style and I get second wind. So second wind will give me some potentially much life-saving hit points.
Yeah.
For my fighting style, I have chosen to select superior technique, which is new out of Tasha's.
Oh.
Let's see if it'll let me pick all my things in the next thing. Wait, it's not letting me pick my things. I guess I might have to put them in myself. So superior technique allows me to learn one of the maneuvers of my choice from among those available to the Battlemaster archetype. So if any maneuver requires a target to make a saving throw to resist its effects, my save DC is 8 plus my proficiency plus my strength modifier, which is kind of ridiculous anyway.
Yeah.
I get the superiority die because that'll be used to use the maneuver. And then the maneuver that I am going to pick is going to be and this might be where I need like y'all's opinion on this. It's either going to be a goading attack, where if I hit them with my weapon attack, I can goad the target into attacking me, which means if it tries to attack anyone else after trying to make a wisdom saving throw, it has disadvantage on everybody else except against me. So against me it'd be regular, but everyone else would be disadvantaged. Or I was
Your skinny
thinking,
bard likes that one. That's
Yeah, it's kind of a soft taunt.
Yeah. Or I was thinking a menacing attack, which is almost the same, where when I attack them, again, they have to make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they're frightened of me until the end of my next turn, which could be pretty helpful.
Sounds very
So,
thematic.
Yeah.
that one seemed more Freyish.
It does, and I feel like that one it's probably more effective too, because that's disadvantage against everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
Like,
so.
no matter who they attack, it's disadvantage.
Yeah.
I don't know if the other one lasts longer, but
They both last until the end of my next turn.
oh well, then I think the menacing one's just better, right? Because frighten, unless they are immune to frighten, I suppose, is then
Yeah.
it becomes.
But I mean, even then,
Yeah.
there's not much here that has been immune to frighten.
Right. Yeah.
Do we think a dragon is immune to frighten?
I think a constructed dragon is immune to frighten. Yes, it's a big machine.
All right, I'll go with the menacing attack.
Mhm.
But so the character monster is not letting me put this in, so I'll have to put it in separately. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't let you choose the maneuver?
No.
Okay.
It means
So we pick
Tasha's
the
in here. If
fighting style.
Tasha's isn't in here, then may not be an option.
Swarmkeeper's in there.
No.
Yeah,
Tasha
it's
should
in there
be.
because it lets me pick the fighting style. It just won't let me
Ah.
do the things that are attached to it.
Gotcha.
It's either going to add them all or not have any of them, and just you might be able to drag
Yeah.
it from the compendium.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, so I now have 73 hit points.
All right.
A slight downgrade of the hit points going into fighter from
Yeah.
Barbarian.
You could have had 74.
Took a real hit there. Yeah. Sacrifices had to be made.
Yeah, I was 64 and now I'm 73.
First multi-class.
Has
Yeah.
the ability with the other D10s.
I might not go another level of fighter and go back to my D12.
I miss it.
I can't handle this.
Then you gotta start comparing. Okay, what does this one give me? What does this one give me?
Yeah.
Yeah, get away from you plebeians. So yeah. All right, so now I'll try to move my things over. Because it didn't give me my second win or my superiority die either, so I'll have to add that too.
Yeah, that is a little resource thing. Mr. Ulrich, now that you are, once you get back to your room, well, you recast Disguise Self at some point, so you've actually got plenty of time. But yeah, you obviously can.
That was why I set up him saying he's leaving. So I'm gonna slip into the room, release my disguise, and hopefully nobody will notice.
I didn't catch that. Okay.
Popped up.
Yeah. Person.
I have to go somewhere else now. But this other person is going to be that you've never seen before.
Right.
Yep.
That's why I kept, stressing. Like I've got work to do. I can't rest.
I gotcha.
To make it a little more possible.
He's so committed. Such a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but what is Edmund going to do for level 6?
All right. So at level 6, I gain tool expertise, and so that basically just gives me proficiency when I'm using any tool ability check. For example, when I'm making my Charlatan balls, I guess. He also, and in case people have forgotten, I get more infusions known. So it goes from 4 to 6. So I haven't been using them too much, but for example, that alchemy jug I have, that's actually an infusion of replicate magic item. And I actually have enhanced defense. And so that's why I have a +1 AC. So I actually know more infusions, and I can infuse 3 items now instead of 2. But my number of cantrips and spell slots are still the same.
Mm.
So level 6 is finally when the infusions to get exciting, except that a lot of the cool magic items that you can make need attunement.
Mm.
And since our generous DM here has given us a lot of magic items, it gets a little harder to choose, making my cool magic items versus what he's already given us.
Good problem to have.
So Yeah, so I haven't fully chosen them, but I think one I really like is called Boots of the Winding. So, like I said, I have the enhanced defense, and so, I guess that doesn't require attunement. And then I have the alchemy jug that doesn't require attunement either. But like Boots of the Winding Path, I think I'll probably choose that one. While wearing these boots, you can teleport up to 15 feet as a bonus action to an unoccupied space, but I must have occupied that space at some point during the current turn. So it's kind of like a recall ability, I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah. It's
Uh,
the girl from Overwatch.
Oh yeah,
mhm.
Tracer, do
Tracer.
the
Yeah,
zip
yeah.
back. Yep.
Yeah. And then maybe one more, and I haven't fully decided because again, a lot of these require attunement, and I think we have some other cool items too. But like a spell refueling ring, you need to be 6 level for this one. But while wearing this ring, you can recover one spell slot up to level 3, and then once you use it, you can't use it again until next dawn. So I might choose those couple. Uh, that's essentially it. Um, and so let me go to the character mancer. And I think all I need to do is HP at this point, right? So let's see. So levels, Artificer level +1, and hit next. Nope, I went too far. Back.
Yeah, HP is like one of the first, I think.
Oh, there it is. Okay. 6. What is my hit dice anyway? Is that average?
That's one above average, I think. For
Yeah, you actually did a little bit better.
Oh,
You only had a D8.
oh yeah. 5 is average. So yeah. So that brings me up to 47. No, 49. I forgot the con bonus.
Set point rolls are not doing you guys much favors.
I'm gonna be last.
What else was? I think that's about it, right?
I think
I'm gonna keep
so.
all,
I think
keep all my spells.
you get to roll your
Oh yeah, I get to roll mine.
for your potion. Yeah, we determine you actually roll that when you make them and not when you're giving them.
That's true. I have to leave the character mancer to do that, so I'll
Okay.
I'll do that in a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to take extra time. So yeah, I'll roll those 2, and then I'll probably attune to that magic arm you gave me, the cool one.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if we divided any more loot. Oh, I have the gauntlet and the crown, right? Or
We'll do that after. Yeah, let's finish leveling everybody up, and then you guys can fight over the loot.
that's true. We got the gauntlet and the crown to decide if I want to attune to that. Okay, that's it.
All right, Celeste, can you hear us? Give me a thumbs up.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's not an echo. My headphones weren't working.
You sound fine for me.
Yeah.
Cool.
We have much to discuss. You're a plant zombie now.
A plant
I'm gonna
zombie.
level up for that.
Reese had to print me out what that means because I don't know. I don't know Discord, so
Good.
You're
he did the pamphlet thing. I talked about a pamphlet, like, so you died. Now what?
So you're a plant zombie.
He gave you a
Yeah.
fucking pamphlet.
Yep.
Welcome to your new life. So, this is a unique situation. We haven't had a player character death before in a campaign. However, you have been zombified, which is not as bad as being dead. It's not great.
or is it a worse fate than death? We'll find out. Time will tell.
It might be a worse fate than death. This is true.
Hard to say. Gotta get some experience with it.
I'm presuming you want to try and continue playing this character because raising the dead is something that is not totally uncommon in maybe it's a little uncommon in this universe. You guys would have to find a high-ranking priest and be able to pay the money to do it, which is actually in our house rules. I had to dust off an old tome for our spellcasting services, but that is a service that can be performed. You might have to go to a big enough town or city to do it, so probably not one of the more podunk towns.
I'll even chip in a copper.
Here you go.
Well, yep, that is my plan
Okay.
to continue playing Celeste as a spore servant zombie.
So during one of the crafting streams, I duplicated your character sheet and tried to start turning you into a spore servant. and then realized, oh crap, she's about to level up, so I'm just gonna have to do all this again, or else make the level up changes because I just duplicated it as it is right now. So we'll figure it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you level up for the sake of ease. But just know that the Spore Servant is terribly crippling in terms of what you can actually do.
I mean, it seems like, as I was reading it, it seems like she can run and punch and hit things with her
What's
mouth
funny is it says it
pretty
reduces your
closely.
speed by 10 feet, and as a plant zombie, you are still faster than the average person.
Yes,
Which means you're like
that's
a
right.
fucking Dawn of the Dead zombie just rushing after it. It's just fucking terrifying.
That's right.
Yes, I like that I have an intelligence of 2,
Yep.
Yeah.
wisdom 6, charisma 1.
Charisma 1, yeah. Yeah, it's not great on the mental stats. I admit that. It also says you have none of your special traits, so I assume you can't do any of your monk things. You can still wield your mop, as far as I'm aware. Because
Still, it's like continuously clean up spores around you.
yeah,
You're just constantly dropping spores.
it's
and then
that
cleaning them up.
character
and then
from
just-
Peanuts that has like the dirt everywhere all the time. Except you're also trying. It's a very Sisyphus. Am I trying? What is the?
Yeah,
Where you're always rolling up the boulder up the hill. Except it's just you're always cleaning up the spores around you. Yeah. Indeed. All right. Well, please tell us what the monk level 6 is going to be. That will eventually, hopefully, be your full realization.
Okay, so I didn't prepare that because I didn't think I was leveling up.
We can save it if you want, but like I said, your Spore Servantness actually retains your physical stats and your hit points. So to a degree, some of it does matter. You just don't get any of your special monk abilities, I guess.
Yeah.
Do the
Roll
character
the
answer and tell us what
hit
it tells
point.
you.
Yeah. I'll just go through that real quick. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Well, I'm so glad I could be like the groundbreaking sort of
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
subject here.
your
Very
body
exciting.
your body was recoverable. That's good news.
Uh-huh.
you weren't vaporized, so
We'll find a
Launch
priest somewhere.
level.
You know, if it had to happen to anyone, I'm glad it happened to the newbie.
newbie. It's all relative.
Next. Okay, here we go. I'm in the character mancer. So level 6. Okay, I'm gonna roll. 5.
2 for a good one. Boy, you just
Which
everybody
is-
nailing the
is
averages.
average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ray had the only mind-blowingly good roll, and it was one above average.
One above. Yep.
Well, so here's what happens for monk at
Yes.
level 6, the Way of the Sun Soul monk. Starting at 6th level, once I'm no longer a spore zombie, which Reese and I did have a lot of conversations about if I was plant or fungal, because that was very important to us as biologists.
Hmm.
But
Oh.
starting at 6th level, your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage. I get more key points. Oh, good. Hey, wait. Okay, well, I guess my speed increases by 15 feet while I am not wearing armor or wielding a shield.
Wow. Wow. That is the most terrifying. You know how scary those zombies are that can move that fast? That's so scary.
Zombie that runs 20 miles an
Just
hour. It's
fucking
just
takes.
edge.
Just fucking spores dropping everywhere.
Think how fast you can make other zombies.
That's right.
Oh my god, that is absolutely terrifying.
And I get Searing Arc Strike. At 6th level, you gain the ability to channel your ki into searing waves of energy. So after taking an attack action, I can spend 2 key points to cast the Burning Hands spell as a bonus action.
Oh wow.
And I think that's
Truly get
Pretty
things
much.
clean at that point.
Mhm.
Small controlled
that's pretty much
fires.
Yeah, so the only thing you'll actually have to use right now is the speed, but that's pretty hilarious.
And so I think, I don't have language, right? But I'm just under the command of Valravn is what I heard.
Yes. Yes.
What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
You have an intelligence of
Yeah.
2. You're basically a fungal
I
plant
honestly,
zombie.
though, out of this party, like if I had to choose someone to be sort of under command of, I think that's who I would go with. I don't think I'd want any of the rest of you.
That's probably fair.
right.
Yeah.
That's insulting.
You've developed a rapport. He's the
Yeah.
enabler of the drinks. He just passes the drink.
Well,
Yeah.
Rob is the only reason you didn't march off into the Underdark, so you owe him.
I hope Paul Robin still supplies alcohol, so that
Yeah,
I'm just a
that's
very
right.
fast, drunk fungal zombie.
Exactly.
You're processing the sugars in your plant form to make more spores.
Varhoven just pours the flask on the mushrooms now. He just waters you.
To be fair, I would have attempted to help stop it, but I'm passed out.
You were passed
I
out,
literally
yes.
can't do anything.
Yeah, so you guys get the benefit of a long rest. I'm going to step back and let you all organize and fight over all the various loot and magic items that you got. Which, feel free to go over them again.
So, I made a list. Just in case.
This is adorable. Show the list. He's the treasurer of your party.
I made
by the
a
way.
list
It is
of,
handwritten list.
That's
You
the
can
Chris
read it.
handwriting I remember.
He's
Yeah.
circled names.
Of
Do you have stars by some of them?
yeah,
I really want this one.
double underlined of what all the items are and which players I think they would best fit. Now, everyone's welcome to disagree with me or grab whatever they want to grab.
Yeah, you come up with this plan and you look back and all the items are gone. Everyone's just taken off. You're like, guys, we haven't even discussed. I have a 7-part discussion plan.
Celeste is still just standing there like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holding her hand out.
Yeah. What do I get?
Whatever you give me.
What did we get? So we got 2 wands, which I'm not going to cover because those are just kind of one usable items. But we got
Well,
an
the wands
elven
recharge, I think.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
they?
they do. Yes,
Yeah,
they do. But in terms of like attunement, like permanent items that kind of become like passive things, we got an elven cloak that gives you like good stealth that makes you like advantage on all stealth rolls, which to my mind fits with our scouting ranger dude. There is the arm, which of course Edmund's already like attached to his
Yeah.
his body. What else is there? There's the crown, which if someone attacks the person wearing the crown, they can get psychically attacked back. And who gets attacked more than our barbarian? What else is there? There's a gauntlet that does a range attack based on your charisma score, and who has more charisma than your bard?
I see where you're going with this.
And then there are bracers of defense that just give you +2 to AC, and those I think would fit very well with our frontline monk, even though she's.
If you're wearing no armor and using no shields.
Oh, that's the important bit. Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
wearing no armor and wearing no shields. So yeah,
We don't have a monk.
We have a zombie. It goes well with our zombie.
Here you are, dear. Just...
I want the crown. I would like the crown just for the image. Just
You
because
just like
now
to wear a
there's a crown on your very dumb plant zombie. Just running around into walls.
Yep.
You probably have decorative crowns by now. You don't forget you've got all the actual.
I think they're called florets now.
What we've got? What did we get?
I remember
Scroll
them.
up and see.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff from Zardarok's like war chest as well.
There's a gold mask shaped like a male drow, and there's also an amber headdress with 3 large purple pearls. We can
There
put
you
that
go.
on our zombie.
Yeah, there you go. Giant headdress.
Just a big headdress on our zombie monk. Yeah, that's all the magic items though. That the 2 wands and then those 5.
Let's see if this works.
That's not
I-
good.
I think you break down your 5-point plan. Sounds pretty good.
Very convincing.
Does my crown come with fingers? Did anyone grab me fingers?
Some
You
of
can hang
these,
them from.
some of these do require attunement.
Oh,
Most of
now
them.
he tells us this.
Most of them
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I feel like the 5 probably.
Yeah, so they
I
should
don't
all
know.
these all should be listed under the magic items
Oh, yeah, let's do
journal entry parts.
that. Now the question is, can a zombie partake of magic items? Can they receive the benefit of a magic item?
That's a good point.
I mean, they lose all class features, but I assume if you put,
Can they
British defense on them.
can they attune to items?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's Google this very specific question that probably doesn't have an answer.
Well, that's probably what people are googling is asking if they can give their like summoned
I
zombies.
think. I mean,
magic
okay.
items.
So what I on my pamphlet that so it says, so it's talking about if it has an action or a melee weapon attack that deals some other type of damage, it loses the ability to deal damage of that type unless the damage comes from a piece of equipment such as a magic item.
That
So
seems
it sounds
pretty,
like
it does
Okay.
sound like that. Yeah. And the rules also, as I Google it, the only relevant result I get is that NPC creatures can attune magic items. So it seems logical that,
All right.
Celestial's no creature can attune a magic item.
Sounds good to me.
So what am I attuning to? What do we say?
That would have been the Braces of Defense, which just gives you a +2 to your AC.
Yeah, I was gonna let you still use the mop, so and I think that was attune also.
That's also magic. Yeah, it is a magic item. Yeah.
Actually, right.
And so that does count as armor, or
It says
No.
the Braces of
No,
Defense give you
okay.
+2 to AC only if you're not wearing armor.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay.
All right, so let me know who's attuning to what, so I can keep track of the notes on my end.
Is Valravan's 5-step plan going into action? Is that what's happening?
Did you say the?
So should I be using the Spore Servant sheet? What were you saying? Are they different? These two different?
I just updated it, so I basically just gave it the increased hit points and the increased
Okay.
speed.
I gave it the Braces of Defense.
Okay. So I need to up that
you already
by.
did that. Okay.
Okay, for some reason your AC was 3 down. Maybe I missed something else. Okay, so I think it's basically the only thing I changed. I essentially duplicated the sheet, and the main thing I changed was I just lowered all the mental stats, because I think you can just, safely ignore your monk attacks and just stick to the mop.
Mop and a punch.
Yeah, mop and a regular punch, I guess.
And the speed's down.
Yeah, so the speed, because it says it decreases by 10, I think, if you're a Spore Servant.
Uh-huh.
So if your base speed right now is 55, then your Spore Servant speed is 45.
Oh no, it's only 45.
It's only 150%
Lightning
of
fast.
everyone else in the world.
Excited to get up to 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Inspiration as well.
I will point out that your 5-point plan with me wearing the Chardelin crown is that I have to be able to successfully make a DC 10 charisma saving throw.
Now, I thought about that. I did think about that because the consequence of failing the save is that you randomly attack someone next to you, which does not seem like that big a deal for Frey.
Odds are you're going to be surrounded by enemies instead of allies.
That's right. Exactly. I did think about that as I was reading it.
Valravan's leadership, it'll most likely be Celeste.
I can't wait for
That's
Valravan to get an axe in the face and like, no, my comeuppance.
How did I not see this coming?
He's hiding behind me because he's already taken a bunch of damage. He's trying not to die, and then all of a sudden,
This is all my fault.
All right, so I'm going to go down the list. What all is Valravan attuned to at this point?
Valravan is
Previously, I had the Embers, Lantern, Chardelin, Amulet, and Ring of Warmth.
Oh shit! Did those all require attunement?
Reading my
I don't
notes.
have attunement written down on any. I have attunement written down on one of those.
That's why we go over it every once in a while.
Yeah, I've got attunement written down on the Shardlin amulet, not on the other two.
These are these cockamamie rules that he comes up with later
Yeah.
on to say, oh, well, he can't have more than this.
Let's choose.
Okay, so Ring of Warmth does. What about the Ember Lantern? Where's that one?
It's all in this magic items spot.
That one doesn't.
It does.
It
Oh,
does.
where's this?
It's
Oh, it
the-
doesn't say it in its normal spot. Where does it say it at? Oh,
Top.
okay, at the top. Oh shit! All right.
I'm going to skip you and go to somebody else for now.
yeah. I honestly, yeah, I had not written down those
think-
required attunement.
he just ripped up the notes on his 5-point plan. Like, ah, fuck.
It's all mine.
But he will. I mean, the item though that Valravn was looking to take was the Shardlin glove. Gauntlet.
Okay.
I mean, because it's a range attack that's based on your charisma. I don't think anybody else is going to use it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I have two: the Pearl of Power and the Pawafi now.
Okay. Yes, I had the pearl power for you.
Alright.
Thank you, sir. Edmund, what are we attuned to? Had the Wand of the War Mage for you.
Okay, that's one in my arm. Is that it?
That's all I had written down for you right now, yeah.
Oh, nice. Then yeah, that and the prototype mechanical arm. I think that's it.
Okay. Celeste, so I've got the Psy Crystal, the Speary 3000 Deluxe, and then now the Bracers of Defense.
Yeah. That's all I have.
All right, Frey. All I had from before for you was the Runic Axe.
Yep, that's it.
So now we've got the Shardlin Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you're the last one at the table. It still needs to order.
Oh, is that me?
Rob, yes.
all right.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the menu.
The winner comes
Could
back.
you go over
I'm
the
just-
specials
I'm just-
again, please?
I'm just chatting with the person next to me, like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I was supposed to be doing. Oh shit, yes. Okay.
It was cute before,
okay.
but now we're like, all right, come on, seriously, order your fucking food.
Yeah, food. Yeah.
What kind of beans are in the soup of the day? There
Oh,
aren't
just beans.
Oh, I thought you
I
said
mixed it up with
beans.
chili.
I don't have
who-
chili either.
Just come back to me.
We don't have chili here, sir.
This
Who-
is a Barbies.
Who wants the Ember Lantern? Because I no longer am able to attune to it.
I don't want your trash.
Your level
So if,
1 magic item.
Yeah.
If-
It is a single target fairy fire. It's not bad. It's
I have fairy fire.
oh well. That's actually that's a downgrade for you, actually. All right, if nobody wants it, I'll give it to the gnome wizard in our cart or something. I don't know.
All right.
Just
I have
hang
one
it
question
up
for
in the
DM.
wagon.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Shardlin Crown does not say how many charges that it has.
Infinite.
Shardlin
So because you
Crown.
did not put it in the description, it
I'm
now
gonna
has as
assume
many charges
infinite.
as I want it to have.
The first sentence of the second paragraph says the crown has a number of charges equal to your proficiency bonus.
Well, you should have put that in more better terms.
Busted my balls. I specifically. Not only that, but I made it scalable. It will scale as you level.
This is the rules reading of like I ignore the part.
Yeah, Chris just did this earlier. It's like, it doesn't say that anywhere. I was like, motherfucker, it does say that.
Put in a custom like spell save DC.
Oh, how do you do that? I don't know. I have
Just
no
go with
idea.
18. It's fine.
That's right.
You have to add it as a spell?
Oh, wait, hang on. Let's see if that worked. Oh yeah, Dan, look at that. DC
There you go.
18.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Valrobin, what are you attuned to?
Okay, so now I am attuned to the Shardlin Amulet, which I've never actually had a chance to use because we fought scarce few.
We fucked that up
spellcasters.
anyway. I forgot. It's supposed to go off anytime anybody's casting a spell nearby you, and we've all just
Anybody?
Yes.
I thought it was just enemies.
Read your fucking magic items,
Hey,
people. I can't stress this enough.
I get a general sense of what the thing does, and I just roll with it from there.
How many times have we had? Well, I didn't finish reading that paragraph.
Oh my
in that
god.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Y'all are killing me.
Do you sell Big Macs at this Arby's?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
That's kind of isn't that kind of a bad thing then?
Yes.
You guys should really be selling Big Macs here. That'd be a game changer.
That's great.
Oh my god. Yes, the
Wait,
Shardlin.
hold on. But what is the use case for this then? If it absorbs my allies' spells?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
understand the item when you first gave it to me.
it has a chance of storing a spell that is cast near you.
You're like
And then-
Bishop.
And you could.
I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Captain Marvel would probably be the one the kids would recognize more for energy absorption.
Does she absorb it?
Yeah, that's
not
her whole
going
thing.
well.
She absorbs energy. I guess not so much in the movie. She actually just shoots energy in the movies.
Yeah,
But
yeah. She just has energy in the movies.
yeah.
Thinking Rogue from the X-Men.
All right, what we're talking about? Are you all right? So Shardlin Amulet.
Yes.
Go over all energy absorption
Christ.
characters in the MC. Anyway, Shardlin Amulet, which I will figure out how to use at some
Cyclops.
point.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, I forgot. We're literally supposed to be triggered anytime a spell, and
Yeah.
just completely forgot. So yeah.
So my spells too? Any spell? Okay.
Do I need to pull it up?
I mean, I'm reading it, but
Okay.
I just
Yes. Pull it up.
so few things affect your allies in this game that it's
Yeah.
just sort of blowing my mind a little bit.
Yeah, when a spell of 1st to 3rd level is cast within 30 feet of the wearer, and the amulet is empty, roll a 1d4. On a 1, the spell's effect is nullified, and the spell's magic is absorbed within the amulet. And then you can cast the spell from the amulet. So
Okay.
But it can only hold one spell at a time.
you can only hold one
so-
spell. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So that, the Ring of Warmth, and the Shardlin Gauntlet.
All right. You guys like doubled your number of magic items all of a sudden.
Yes, we did.
My goodness. All right, everybody has gotten a full long rest at this point.
I
Does
suppose.
Celeste require rest now that she's a plant?
That is, you know what? That's probably one of the things on the pamphlet. It says, "Good news. You no longer need to sleep."
Or
But I
breathe.
mean, I have hit points, right?
You do have hit points. Yes,
Yeah.
your fungal body can absolutely still be destroyed. Good news, you still have a physical form that is killable.
Yeah, I don't know what happens then. I don't need to know what happens then.
So I guess the long rest is when Valrovin just waters you and provides.
Yeah. Your mushrooms grow a little bit, and you get your hit points back.
Yep.
Good news. You can still be the second person ever to die.
Aspirational.
We have to talk about it. But Raise Dead, does that actually work on a zombie? Or do you actually have to destroy her physical zombie form in order to have Raise Dead work? I don't know. We're going to have to find that out.
You know what? That's up for a cleric to tell us. Like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
They're going to take one look and they'll be like, what is this? This is a zombie? I can't work with this. What is this? This is already a zombie. I can't,
Yeah.
That's when
Gotta
Frey just
totally
comes around the
check to
corner
see
holding
if
an
they-
axe going, I can take it.
Headshot.
Does Raise Dead work on a zombie?
So,
See if they've asked Sage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, he's actually answered this.
I'm sure it's come up. Yeah, people get
Yeah.
zombified.
Raise
happens.
Dead has no effect on the undead, but Revivify
However-
revives any type of creature.
She's not undead. She is a plant. If you look at the Spore Servant, she
It's
is
true.
not type undead. She is type plant.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to kill her. Not until we get to the priest. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For now, it's fine.
It's
just know that it's coming.
Just know when I hit you with my axe in another couple episodes.
It's for
I
your own
do
good.
It's
it
done out of love. Yeah. The gleeful giggling is also out of love, I assure you.
Yeah.
After
At
the
level 9, I can learn Revivify. So if you can wait that long,
that's I'm sure that'll come up quickly.
it's just 3 levels, you know.
So it was already pretty late when you guys got here. You basically sleep until probably into the like brunch time, I would assume. Maybe almost
The brunching hour.
brunching hour, yeah. And there's a knock on the door, and it is Grandalfa who reveals that the dragon has escaped.
Ah,
Shit.
what good or Herman?
This damn thing idly melted enough of the gate to tear through, even killed one of our own who was standing too close to the gears. And it
He was stupid.
shot off like a rocket toward the northwest. But that's your problem now, presumably.
Eh,
Only killed one of them? Sounds like they weren't trying hard enough to stop the dragon. This is on you.
And I will remind you all that you are privy to this information that you found in Zardarok's war room after
my
playing.
little Chardolin dragon toy.
Yep, exactly. After playing with the little miniatures table.
Wait,
Chat.
I'll come back.
Chat quotes Frey is coming to get you. Now, what you're not privy to is the time frame. Do not have any of that information or details. It just has this path.
Okay. So it's just heading straight up that that road. Dugan's Hole, Goodmead, East Haven.
It's heading right up Dugan's Hole.
It's
That Dugan's Hole is toast by now, I bet.
They'll have to rename it just a hole.
just all now.
Here
Dugan's
was Dugan. He's now
actual
a
hole. Yep.
Well, there's not really, based on this path, there's not really a good way for us to get ahead of it, right? Well, I guess we could technically try to skip Dugan's Hole and go straight to like Goodmead or East Haven and just be like, hey, you guys are fucked. Sorry.
Then go to the next town.
The next town.
You could just skip all of it and go over to Bryn Shander and just wait there.
Wait for it to kill everyone else.
I bet we could find a priest in Bryn Shander. And then we've got our monk back.
Well, but East Haven's also a big town, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't like them. That's
so-
the place with the fox that talked.
That place does have a crazy druid lady.
Right,
Yeah.
so to refamiliarize, you guys have been to Goodmead, you have been to East Haven. Bryn Shander, you know, is the biggest town and one of the only ones that has walls and like fortifications and stuff, and it's kind of the main hub of 10 towns.
Which is going to help it against a dragon.
East Haven is I think the second or third largest, so also pretty big. But yeah, you had a big run in. That's where you fought the Dwerger who were trying to take the Chardolin statue. You met with Ravison, the Frost Druid who was an Aurolite. Then you've been
I mean,
to.
if she wants to die by the dragon, that's not going to be a problem for me.
Where is she at?
East Haven.
She's in East Haven, yeah.
That was
I wonder if we make like a beeline to East Haven. And if the dragons beat us there, then we just go to Bryn Shander and say, "Well, sorry guys."
Sorry,
Yeah.
the rest of the 10 towns is burned.
I mean, let's be honest. Like maybe Tourmaline we could like try to save, but they're small. Best chance we have is probably either East Haven or Bryn Shander.
Yeah, I mean, if we, depending on, do we know how long it's going to take us to get there?
So
like to East Haven or to Dugan's Hall, even for that matter.
yeah, you do know that getting to a road would be very helpful. In the tundra with the wagon, in my campaign, which is slightly sped up from what the base campaign book says, you all can travel about 3 miles an hour using your wagon over the tundra. And you think you'd be able to make better progress if you hit a one of the trail little dotted red lines.
Is there any kind of dwarven technology around here that could
speed us up?
Alas, they spent all of their time and energy making the dragon, apparently.
Shit.
We should have tried to lasso the dragon.
Yeah.
Then sort of like Santa Claus, but with the death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should just book it to East Haven.
Yeah, that seems like the best bet.
And if Goodmead's destroyed, then we don't have any competition.
Fuck that place.
I mean, didn't we destroy Goodmead?
A lot of it.
I
Well,
mean-
at least it's economic center. Yes.
Yeah.
There's basically nobody left in that town because they had to move out to other towns to find work
Yeah.
because they
Basically.
had no ability to make money there anymore.
We're just justifying leaving whole towns to die to burn.
It is 16 miles to East Haven.
Is there any way we have a spell or something that can send a message to those towns?
Run!
And about 14 miles to Dugan's Hole.
Good question.
So 3 miles an hour and going, what you said, 16
You're
miles?
looking at a couple hours.
So about 5 hours.
Are they within 120 feet of us?
Not quite. Keep that sending out going.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yet?
let's do that. Let's make a beeline for East Haven. If East Haven first when we get to East Haven, we try to res our mother
okay.
back to life. But
I
if
mean,
they're
we're probably
not,
Be going through Dugan's Hole and good meat anyway. So
oh, is that the fastest route? That might be the fastest route. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
yeah, because we're going down the road.
Yeah, trying to hit a road. So, all right. So I guess we're kind of just chasing the dragon then.
Chasing that dragon.
That's was that heroin, right?
Heroin.
Chasing the
Heroin.
dragon. baby.
Yeah. Chasing the dragon. Don't do drugs.
For all those kids out there.
I have to.
Yeah, no drugs, kids.
I have to clarify.
Wait, so you said we could go 3 miles an hour
As
by
cool as it
going
might make
through
you look.
the tundra, not along the routes, right?
Heroin looks cool.
So, but to get to Dugan's Hole, it was 15 miles, right?
I think I said 14, but yeah,
And then
pretty
you said it
close.
was 16 to East Haven. It would be faster to go over the tundra to East Haven than to go up to Dugan's Hole and then go across.
But the other road's faster though. I think
But it's still going to take us because we still have to go over the tundra to get to the road to go to Dugan's Hole.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
still going to spend 3 hours or 3 miles an hour to get 14 miles to Dugan's Hole, where that's going to be like
Yeah.
4 hours. Where
Oh,
we
yeah,
could just spend a swifter 5.5 and go straight to East Haven and bypass both Goodmead and Dugan's Hole.
Yeah.
With his
Just-
math
just
that he
by-
gave us.
The
Just
math.
bypass
Never
the road
trust my
entirely.
math.
Over the tundra and through the woods to the town of East Haven we go.
Because I mean that's what you said. We could go 3 miles an hour over
yeah.
the tundra. It is 16-ish miles to East Haven. That's 5.5 hours
Mhm.
Yeah.
to get to East Haven directly across the tundra. Where if we go to Dugan's Hole, we're going 4 hours one way and then taking the road to go the rest of the way. We're adding time
Yeah.
potentially just to be
Yeah.
on a road.
And then
Where-
if East Haven, if we can get, Celeste Res in East Haven, great.
Mhm.
But if East Haven's not even aware of the dragon yet, we can just head back down the road and, come face to face with it at some point.
Potentially arrive in East Haven at the same time as the dragon, depending on how long it takes in these other cities.
Yeah, exactly. How long does it take to burn Dugan's Hole and good meat?
But we also don't know what kind of a head start it has on us either. She just said it's
said
gotten out.
Yeah, she said it just got out. Which, granted, I mean, she said even if it just got out, it's a fucking flying dragon versus us fucking 3 miles to snow.
Yeah, you're not sure how fast this thing is, but yeah,
it's the jumbo jet, and we're the little puddle jumper.
Correct. You're pretty sure you know how fast it's gonna go. So you don't know the time frame. You don't know how fast it can go, and you don't know what its specific programming was or anything like that, nor how long it would.
It likes to play with its victims, so it'll be a Dugan's Hole for a while.
We could enjoy the screams.
Yeah.
Happens in Dugan's Hole, stays in Dugan's Hole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish. I do wish, to Thimbleweed's point, I do wish we had some ability to warn that town that there's a.
Yeah, Belen speaks up and says, "You sure you're just going to write those people off, those smaller towns?"
Yes. Are you going to go save them?
Yeah.
By myself, no, I'm afraid.
Exactly, so shut up.
I'm incapable.
Or you could go back in the cell.
Prefer not.
Frey's really angry after waking up after almost dying.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
Chip on the shoulder.
She's real angry.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I'm going to do this, but I'm going to remind the DM that I'm supposed to roll for something.
Oh, God, thank you. Lingering injury. Holy crap, I forgot about that. You are correct.
Yeah. I was going to be nice about it before the chat ratted me out. So
my goodness.
But also, I have a question. Is a plant a creature? A spore servant a creature?
In what context?
Is it a creature of any kind?
He's checking the notes.
Pull out your pamphlet.
I assume it's categorized as a creature.
Yes.
Oh no, it has a concussion now.
Spell. We only need Revivify. Per the sage DM extraordinaire Jeremy Crawford, Revivify will revive any type of creature.
Doesn't Revivify have a time limit though? I don't know how that one works exactly.
I don't even know what that spell is. I don't have that on my spellcasting services.
So we need to kidnap a priest.
Okay.
I like where you're going.
I like the idea for it, but the Revivify does say a creature that has died within the last minute. Yeah, it is a very specific.
I don't even understand the word you people are saying. Revivify?
Revivify.
It's ancient frog magic. It's
ancient frog magic.
Revivify.
Revivify.
Yeah. Close enough.
Ribbit.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I tried.
Yeah, it's But so Revivify would work on her, except it has.
It's been a few hours.
Yeah,
it's been a bit.
I guess. Well, no, that wouldn't work. I was going to say, I guess we could kill her and when we get there, and then she'll be dead within the last minute. But then we're raising a spore servant. We're not raising Celeste.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
And it like works. A risky plan to me. But...
Yeah. Somehow you come back just a half spore servant, half monk creature. Oh no, this has gone terribly wrong.
Mixed our magic. It didn't turn out well.
Yep. All right.
Yes, I think that's a plan. And if we need to take a vote, Robin will turn to Celeste and say, "And how do you vote, dear?" And she will vote however Robin says.
It's a terrible time to be it's a terrible time to be a plant with no sunlight out there.
I don't know.
She's a fungus, though.
She's a fungus.
And it's really a fungus. It says plant and fungus, which is getting to me. But it's I think it's supposed to be a fungus.
I'd be more worried about the cold.
My myconid sovereign.
You have a myconid sovereign out there somewhere.
Well, Valravn is your myconid sovereign now. I'm your sovereign now.
So, these other people have any other great ideas to warn or help the other town?
Yeah, we do have a wizard. Does she have anything on her book?
So I actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I added the ally NPCs as a subheading in
Oh.
your party, so now you can see.
Of course, I noticed.
God damn it! This whole session is just me telling people to look at things
That's right.
in Roll20.
Well, we don't see their spells though, unfortunately.
That's fair, yeah,
Yeah.
but I did just put their thing in there.
Okay. So we got two spellcasters in our wagon right now. We got Belen and we got Spellix.
Yeah, Spellix is not a very advanced spellcaster. I'll say that.
Oh, great. Okay.
I can cast Mage Hand.
Well, I don't know how fast can this Goliath run through the snow. Maybe he could just make it to Dugan's home.
I was thinking send him to. So we need to send word out. So either use some kind of like bird thing from the Dwerger and send it to Brinshander to warn them. They can get the word out to all the other towns. Or send word to the towns that were
about to be attacked.
sorry.
Yeah.
You may or may not already be dead.
Belen has a familiar, but I don't know.
An owl.
And the familiar attack the dragon.
I don't know how useful that is, and I don't.
Well, we
forget what
can
the
just
rules are
like
for that.
it's like a homing pigeon thing. You can just attach a note to its leg.
Yeah, can a familiar travel 12 feet?
It's only if it's within 100 feet of you can you communicate with it telepathically and see through its eyes and all that. So I think.
Well, I mean, she doesn't really need that. Like, she just needs it needs to go to Brinshander, drop the
Yeah.
note for the speaker, and then it can peace out and come back to her.
Oh, like you're using it as like a carrier pigeon?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally carrying a note saying, shit, dragon, FML, warn everybody.
That's it. That's the note.
Yeah.
That's the
And
important
then
stuff.
and then
It's because Frey wrote it.
and then a copy of the map we saw.
Yeah. It's because Frey wrote it. Well, Robin did the map. It looks all pretty.
Yeah.
Frey just went, shit,
Mhm.
dragon,
Dragon.
we're going to die.
Now, I do have something, but it requires a gem that's worth 100 gold.
Ooh.
If the DM is willing to let me subtract 100 gold and not have the actual gem, I can cast one of my infusions that I've decided to choose.
Oh, please share with the class.
It's the Homunculus Servant.
Ooh.
Oh.
I
It's its own
can
spore
choose an
servant.
item and infuse it as the heart of my Homunculus Servant, and I can make it look like anything I want. I was thinking of making it look like a tiny Celeste, but I'm not sure quite yet.
Or what you used to look like.
A little voodoo doll.
Yeah, like
She
Celeste
used to
or
look like.
like plant fungus Celeste.
I know, right? What she used to look like. So it's a tiny construct that's friendly to me and my companions.
That's
It
not
obeys my
weird at
commands.
all. I created a miniature version of you.
What you
It's
used to look
loyal
like,
to me.
just to remind us.
The monster starts
Um,
weeping.
I need some therapy after this.
Yeah.
But he actually has its own stat block
Oh,
as a
wow.
Homunculus Servant.
It does.
But yeah, I can make it.
Can it take commands like that? Like, hey, we want you to fly to blah blah
Mhm.
blah. I suppose
It
what
obeys your commands.
Okay.
And
What's
because
its
it's actually
intelligence?
its intelligence is 10, so plus 0.
All right.
Jesus.
That's like normal person intelligence.
It has a fly speed of 30. So
Normal person speed.
Normal bite speed.
Well, if it can fly, it doesn't have to trudge through the snow. It's probably faster than we are.
Wait, so does Celeste have wings, or is she like flying to Superman?
I was just kidding about the Celeste. I mean, as cool as that would be. Um,
Celeste action figure just flying in the sky.
I know, right? That would be cool, actually.
This is what you would look like if you were awesome. See how it flies.
You should give it one tiny mushroom, like on the top of its head. It's like that's its little homing beacon.
What does the
Okay.
homunculus look like then?
What is something in our adventures it could look like? I'm having trouble remembering this campaign. It's so long.
Ouch.
How about the dragon?
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
Let's make it look like the Shardlin
Dragon.
Dragon.
Dragon. Okay.
Just a tiny version of it.
Yeah.
And so attached to Shardlin.
I do have my little Charlatan dragon thing that I broke off the map that you could use to look at as you make it.
That's
true.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a good point.
Is that worth anything? Like, are you willing to give it to me?
No,
I can use. You're not willing to give it to me?
no.
No.
You can try
Wow.
and take it if you want.
Good God.
I was gonna use that as the heart of the homunculus,
No,
and
it's mine.
it like
I found
grows
it.
from it like a crystal.
No,
All
I
right.
found it. It's mine.
Well, I have other things I can use. For example, I have a good mead keychain.
I love that you kept track of that.
Oh, and speaking of, I realized I have Dijon's journal. I should probably work on translating that one.
That's true.
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
you've
we
long
love
rested
that.
since then.
I forget what it is though. Intelligence?
I think it's investigation, maybe?
Investigation. Let's see if we can find it first. Dijon's journal.
Dizon.
Dijon's journal.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think you said Dijon.
I spelled it Dijon.
I think Dijon's better.
That's
Dijon mustard.
fantastic. I found the
Dijon's mustard
secret
hoard.
mustard hoard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a secret recipe.
Congratulations. This is what you found.
When you translate the journal, it just says "eat more mustard."
I can't find it on here, but you said
Yes,
intelligence?
I should. I think it was specifically investigation.
Oh, investigation. Sorry. Okay. All
DC
right, there's
15.
that roll.
Oh, that was atrocious.
I cannot read this book. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to turn my good meat keychain into the Shardlin Dragon homunculus servant. Very scary looking. But yeah, it obeys my commands, shares my initiative in combat. I have to use a bonus action on myself to make it do something, but it can also use a reaction to channel touch magic. So I can cast a touch spell and use the homunculus to touch something further away. It has to be within 120 feet of me. I probably wouldn't do it because it's only got 10 hit points, 1 plus intelligence modifier plus artificer level. So
Yeah.
it would die pretty easily. But that is what it can do. Otherwise, it can only do a dodge on its own self. So I have to use a bonus action to do something. I was like researching, but like some people will use it to do the help action, for example.
Yeah, give you advantage.
Oh,
Yeah, familiars are kind of hard to manage. I don't know if how useful they are in combat versus as a like exploration tool, something. But
Yeah, or a carrier, a messenger.
Yep, or a carrier pigeon.
yep, for sure.
Mhm.
So anyway, we
Yeah,
talked a lot
because as far as
about
I understand, it still works any range,
Mhm.
but it just you can't actively control it once it reaches a certain distance or something. So you
like
just-
I can't like telepathically communicate with it.
Yeah.
But I can tell it like go there and then come back to this location, and then I'll use my smart brain and figure out where we'll be and how far I can fly and how quickly I can fly and tell me exactly where we will be when it's done delivering its message. So yeah, you're right. I can't telepathically communicate, but I can tell it what to do.
Okay. Give it instructions essentially.
Yes, and there's no range because it's its own individual creature
Sure.
construct, I guess you could say.
So, what are you going to instruct this thing?
It's what we said with the carrier pigeon, because if we can't find a carrier pigeon, just use that to deliver the message. I mean, I like phrase message, so
Yeah, specifically go over like so I can keep track. Like, what exactly are you sending this message? Where are you sending it? And how fast can this thing go? With the caveat that it's doesn't have to stop and rest. I guess is it or does it? What is its creature type?
and so it is in here. It is immune to exhaustion,
Okay.
so it can't
So
get tired.
It just runs until it gets to where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
The note says, "Shit, dragon, we're all going to die. Run."
Signed, the Marshals of Tentown. In a different handwriting. The top part's written in this like big like big hand blocky, and then the bottom is like cursive. Signed, the Marshals.
I like how the message doesn't say where to run to.
Mhm.
So
Well, but we're attaching a copy of the map. We're
Okay.
attaching a copy of the path.
Made a copy
We'll
of
put
the
the
map.
little dead symbol over
I've-
Dugan's hole and good mead.
I've included some spores.
Excellent.
It's a little dirty. Yeah, it's a little smudge of
Questionable.
spores.
Yep.
Put a little arrow. Celeste says hi. She's dead.
So note just says shit dragon coming, signed to the marshals.
Yep. No. Shit, dragon. We're all going to die. Run. Signed, the Marshals of 10 Towns.
I mean, we have a bard on our team who can write like this extremely
He did the
detailed
map.
I'm giving him a chance if he wants to amend anything. You would include any amendments in this resolution?
Yeah, exactly. He can attach his own little page underneath phrase.
Yeah. Can we get a pay
On the
raise?
back of the map. He's like the map
That's-
has a little arrow and it just says flip over, please.
That's right. That's right. And
My-
it starts with, "Dear Sir or Madam."
You know the speaker. I mean, if you're gonna send it to Bryn Shander, you have met the authority
Well,
figures
no.
there.
I think we're gonna send it to the people who are gonna be attacked, right?
No, we're sending it to Bryn Shander. So they
This
can
is the
warn
kind of information
everybody.
I need. Is where, yeah.
Otherwise, because Bryn Shander is the biggest one and has the speaker who can then get messages out to everybody else, presumably quickly, because they do have the carrier pigeons.
I guess that's true.
And we could also put at the end of the note, make sure a cleric is available when we get there.
Right.
Warm up the fucking res chamber.
We're gonna have some questions before his skills are needed.
Right, exactly. He's got it's gonna be a consultation. Yeah, Varavin will write on the back of the map to the speaker of, I guess, Bryn Shander then. Who is that?
Speaker
Whoever it is.
Duvessa Shane.
Shanda.
That's Shane. Yeah, okay.
Speak
Speaker
Shanda.
Shane, we, the Marshals of 10 Towns, report to you the most dire of news. A dragon constructed by Dwerger who have assaulted your 10 towns previously is en route to destroy your civilization. On the other side of this letter, you'll find a map of its flight path of destruction. You must immediately evacuate those not already affected by the destruction of this dragon. In parentheses, Duke and Hole is probably gone.
That was good, Mead.
Well, I'm not. Maybe not a good bait. I don't know. We don't know how long the dragon stays around, like, killing everything. Do what you can. We are traveling to East Haven to make a final stand against the threat. Signed, the Marshals of 10 Towns. Valravan Gwynatane Lanria at your service.
See, I said all of that, but in 5 words.
Yes, you did.
Very good.
Generally
It's
speaking.
dragon. We're all going to die.
Yep. All right. So you guys can set off towards East Haven in your wagon with all of your NPCs in tow. Alpha bids you all adieu. And what did we calculate? It was
5.5 hours.
16 miles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can go 3 miles an hour, so it's roughly 5.5 hours. I figured
Assuming
you'd
no
probably give us a little bit of a-
complications.
Yeah, I figured you'd give us a little bit of a penalty going over the tundra versus going around to the road. So
Yeah. It's
really it should be like 5 hours and 10 minutes, but
in the wagon, yeah, the wagon helps, you know, it buffets you, or it helps provide some protection against, you know, any real bad temperature drops and wind.
they do have magical reindeer pulling it.
You do have
Yeah.
magical reindeer, which are, yeah, tuned to everything. The wagon's getting a little crowded with all these NPCs you all have also. And Belen on the road opens up about her story.
Who's Belen? are
Belen,
you?
well, you're about to find out.
She's the wizard.
Hey, wizard.
Oh, we might need to warn her not to say that she's a wizard when we get to East Haven.
Ah,
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah.
Pretend you're
Belen,
not like her.
yeah, Belen is one of the people that Celeste and Frey rescued from the prison, and she identifies herself as a wizard of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Oh, when she does that, well, Frey will look at Valram and be like, the lady that you tried to betray us to. She knows her.
Mm-hmm.
It does indeed. That is a long and complicated story that I will not waste your ears on at the moment.
Well, you guys are on the road for several hours, so
He doesn't want to talk about it. He just doesn't want to talk
you
about
don't
it.
talk about it. Yeah.
And the people I stole knowledge from also.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, very true.
What's her name? What was her name? Malice? That's not her name.
Avarice?
Avarice.
Avarice. Yes.
Yeah. She says, yes, I arrived in this godforsaken ice hell about 2 months ago with Avarice and Zahn. Work associates, mind you, not friends.
Oh, Zahn might be dead, just so you know.
We were
Almost
sent.
certainly.
That's good to know. It doesn't surprise me at all. I would like to know more about your updates. We were sent on a mission that I'm technically not at liberty to divulge, but given how truly fucked things are up here, I think it's worth letting you all in on some information, assuming we share the goal of unfucking Icewind Dale.
What a colorful tongue you have.
Yeah, she's kind of intimidating too when she talks, like very much like staring and kind of a snappy, whippy way of speaking.
I like you.
Many months ago, a nobody in the Arcane Brotherhood. By the way, I started the MVPC poll. Many months ago, a nobody in the Arcane Brotherhood, Ness Lantimir, stole a fairly powerful artifact from the guild vault.
Frey laughed out loud whenever she said the name because, you know, it's a dumb name.
Yeah.
But Frey literally laughed really hard at that.
She just, like, waits for a moment. We didn't realize it at the time, and she took off. Sometime later, the guild tracked Lantimir to her last known destination, Icewind Dale. At some point after her arrival, the sun stopped shining. Now, we know that neither Lantimir nor the divination orb she stole are capable of such things, but, well, it's entirely likely that she's involved in some way. Now, we wizards are not known for our social graces. Didn't take long before the three of us went our separate ways. Zahn and Avarice both became fucking obsessed with Chardolin. This material, judging by you all, you are familiar with it already. I see you already wielding it.
Yeah, like half of us
Very
are
easily.
down.
Yes.
My crown.
Yeah.
This material used to be far more rare, found only in Icewind Dale, but has begun cropping up alarmingly frequently recently. For my part, I did some investigating on Lantimir in 10 Towns. Turns out, she was an apprentice to one Valish Gaunt. She waits for a second to see if anybody knows anything about that.
Do we know anything about that?
You can roll some history checks.
Yeah.
Those of you that are from the region can roll advantage.
Sweet. I have a -1 in history.
Or I'll just roll 22.
Wow. Well, yeah, Robin and Flay, you do recognize this name as a you would recognize the name as a criminal. Somebody who had started some kind of like organized crime racket in 10 Towns, specifically in Bryn Shander. And you believe that he, or for what you recall, was successful for a time, but was eventually arrested, and Bryn Shander is no longer under his control. And this happened fairly recently, like probably within the last 2 or 3 years. You all can either say that you do know him or not, but she will continue and says, Gaunt was a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. I said was because the Brotherhood exiled him for his crimes here in the Dale. He had come about 2 years ago, I believe, and set up his own little criminal enterprise, even briefly took over the town of Bryn Shander. He was eventually defeated, and I believe he was sentenced to Revel's End, a cheery little maximum security prison here in the Dale. Lantimir apparently escaped persecution. She returned to the Brotherhood headquarters in Luskin, and no one even looked at her twice. Next thing we know, she's stolen an artifact, returned to Icewind Dale, and the entire region is covered in darkness with god-possessed talking animals looking for any fucking wizard they can get their hands on. That ring any bells?
Talking wizard? Talking animals?
Yes.
Frey has no, concept of not keeping this information secret.
Ring a bell, yes.
Yes.
Does she like foxes? Because that thing is scary.
Yeah.
Now, pissed off goddesses hunting down wizards is bad for the Brotherhood, and a lack of sunlight is bad for everyone, especially when dwarves creep up from the Underdark and launch insane invasions. We can all agree on this, yes?
Huh?
Yes.
I know you have a pending task with this dragon bearing down on 10 towns that obviously we need to deal with. But I will ask you, will you help me find Lantimir, or whatever it is she's done, because I believe it has something to do with all of this.
If she has afflicted this darkness on the land, we have our 5 consigned ourselves to marshals of 10 towns, so that seems to be something that would fall in our responsibility, I believe.
Indeed, I think that is correct. I do have one lead. Gant must have had a safe house in Bryn Shander, a hidden lair, if you will. I was trying to find it when I stumbled upon a damn safe house of Dwerger. Promptly attacked me, killed my poor hired kobold companions. Sent me all the way to that fortress for questioning.
That does answer the next question I had for you, yes. Go on.
So, presumably we will be getting back to Bryn Shander at some point. I think I know where to look now.
Yes, and should any further Dwerger incursions upon you persist, we will be there to handle it.
That is one concern I have. Yes, we are dealing with a dragon, and I believe you all have as well probably dealt with the Dwerger in 10 towns itself.
We have, repeatedly, in fact.
Yes, I was trying to listen as much as I could during my incarceration, and I don't understand the guttural language they speak too well, but I was able to pick up that I believe there are more of these safe houses throughout 10 towns, waiting to strike for when the dragon attacks. Saboteurs, dismantling defenses, that sort of thing. Bastards are organized.
That seems to coincide with the previous tactics, yes.
So just something to be aware of when you're going to all these towns, or one town, I guess, since some of these are already fucked, presumably.
Yes.
They probably really are.
Yeah, you all travel for hours, it's probably become 6 hours at one point, 'cause you have to cross this river. At some point, the winds pick up and it threatens to be a blizzard, and you just kind of have to hunker down for a little bit and then continue on. But otherwise, no major encounters or issues, and it gets a little trickier even to reach this large frozen river you have to ford across. No giant ice frogs this time pop out, but it definitely slows you down. And then you approach the outskirts of East Haven, and you immediately, before you even see it, you can smell burning, like blackened wood, the smell of burning. And in the distance in the town, you can see the dragon is already here, and is actively strafing. And you see, like, you just, from a distance, you can just see it do this strafing run, and this just beam of energy and light pour out of the front of it, like the destroyer from the Thor movie, just and just obliterates a building as it makes this pass along, and you hear screams and shouts.
Speaking of the Game of Thrones episode, The Bells, where
Yeah.
raping the city.
Yeah. It seems we perhaps underestimated its speed and efficacy.
And that is where we're gonna have to end our session, because the DM did not expect you guys to skip ahead to East Haven. But thankfully, we took a long time leveling up and doing out items. This was one of those filler between episodes.
That's right. Yeah.
We have a tie between Valravn and Frey for MVPC, so I need you two to give me a roll off, please.
50-20?
Yes. Valravn
With an 11.
with an 11.
Above average.
That's right.
Have a spell scroll.
I will take an Earth Tremor spell scroll.
That'll help.
Yeah, maybe that'll come in handy.
Excellent.
Hey, Dragon, can you land real fast?
Yeah, exactly.
Right there. No, right there.
No, it's got a 30-foot radius, man. You gotta land right where I'm pointing.
Yeah, and as you guys are pulling up, you can just see this thing is just doing these strafing runs. Like, it just flies, stays just in range of its beam, just and then it flies, and it goes at a speed where you're like, oh shit, this thing is fucking fast. Like, it just goes.
Yeah, Frey
And
look at
then-
that and be like, yep, that was a night. Shit.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Shit,
Yeah.
dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you guys can start doing the math about how long did it take and how. Yeah.
I suppose we ought to consider how we're going to fight this thing exactly. I don't know how many.
You also
Wait,
see.
he looks at Celeste and Frey. I don't know how many range attacks we have amongst ourselves.
To tease what's coming, you see that the town hall is now that you're, we'll assume you guys are approaching a little bit, and you see the town hall is still intact, and you see a dome, like a magical force field around it, with like a little beam of light shooting up from there.
I
And
say we go there.
that is
Right.
that is where we're going to end this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thanks to all of our wonderful fans for watching. Shout out to Platinum patrons Joe Will, Time Dancer, Christopher Thomas, Adam Stan, Nathan, Alex, William, I'm Loud, Al, Furcon, Kyle, Sklenia, Genocider, and James. And gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard Lounge, Sam, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Blood Angel, Vernus, Babu, Nathan, Fast Like a Tortoise, and James. Shout out to Jameses everywhere. Thank you all for your support. We're live streaming our D&D adventures
All the James.
every week, and we will see you next time. We'll need to talk about if we're going to do D&D next week, though, because we're going to not have half our party. And I've got
And
some...
we're gonna fight a fucking dragon, so I'd prefer to have our whole
So
party
we might end up doing something else, but we will talk about that. Dragon destroying and happy music.
It's a dragon destroys the city in the distance. Ah! Screams of pain and death in the distance.
This was the falling action episode after the big. We spent all our budget last week. We had to do like
Yeah.
a dialogue session here.
Yep. At least all those episodes end with the money shot of "Here's coming." And,
Yeah.
we sure did that.
That's the key. His eyeballs back.